Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Talkies with me, Clinton D'Souza. Today I have with me Kareena Shirodkar, who has made Goa very proud when it comes to the ongoing 37th National Games. She has recently won the gold medal for Pencak Silat, an Indonesian martial arts sport, which many of us actually don't know. I honestly wasn't aware about this sport, but today she told me a bit of it. Even the pronunciation was difficult for me. And yes, first of all, Kareena, welcome to our studio. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
On behalf of all the Goans and everyone who's watching it here as well, for the congratulations and thank you for making Goa proud at the national event. First, going to that picture of yours when you won the medal, the second picture that was breaking the internet was you hugging your mother. So, can you just brief the viewers about that image?
I basically joined martial arts is because of my mother. She is the backbone, and she's actually the backbone to all my achievements, maybe academics or sports. She's always been there with me, and she's the one who's always, pushed me forward to, join sports and believe in me. So that's the reason.
All right. So, as you spoke about that picture as well, tell us about this sport when it comes to martial arts. It's mostly a male dominating sports. So, being a woman and that too from Goa, where such kind of sports are barely seen or barely even performed or anyone showing any interest in it. So, how did you enter into this sport?
So this journey started when I was in Delhi. So I studied for 1.5 to 3 years over there. And my mom always wanted me to become an independent girl, strong and don't fear the world. This is what she always told me. So there the journey started with Taekwondo. So it continued. Then when I came back to Goa, it still continued. So Taekwondo has been my base for martial arts. And Pencak Silat, to be honest, is the first time I ever heard of the sport, and first time I ever played it also. And all credit goes to my Taekwondo coach because he got me into this.
So, how many years I would like to ask with regards to your Taekwondo journey and then entering into this?
I think I would give it 15, 14 years that I was in Taekwondo. And after that, Pencak Silat for the first time. So 1.5 months I practiced for this sport.
And in 1.5 months, you got medals for Goa.
Yes, because
so proud of you, really so proud of you.
Thank you.
But when it comes now, when as you said, you just in 1.5 months you got ready for this sport. So when this sport was introduced, kind of, how many participants were there for this national games, including yourself?
So actually, this sport was there in Goa since 2017.
Okay.
But I wasn't aware about it, to be honest. As Goa was the host this time, we had the opportunity to play for it. And Goa team consisted of around 30 to 35, 40, I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because there is artistics involved in this, where you showcase the artistic part of the sport. And there are different weight categories. So most of the weight categories were full. So yeah, around 30, 40 people.
Just to tell our viewers that Kareena won by defeating Kashmir's Jia Chaudhary by 30-15 in the women's 85 to clinch the gold at Kampal. Being a girl from Panjim, winning a gold in Panjim, how was it for you?
So I would say home ground, and yes, it was a very difficult journey, but I am happy. I really worked hard for it, and my coaches Anthony sir and Siraj sir, they helped me a lot through this full process. But it was a really proud moment when I won that, because I was like, finally I did something for Goa. So yeah.
Okay, you said finally did something for Goa, but you have been in Taekwondo. So, how many tournaments? So, tell us your journey when it comes to Taekwondo.
So, National Games is the first time I ever played National Games. And Taekwondo, I have represented Taekwondo at the state level. Nationals, also Open Nationals I have played. Then I had represented Delhi when I was back in Delhi. But university games, yes, there were medals and stuff like that. So, I have played Taekwondo over the period of time.
Okay. Now, being, as I said earlier, this is martial arts and this kind of sport is mostly dominated by the men. But was it difficult for you to step in this kind of sport?
No, it was not difficult. Actually, many people feel that it's a male dominant, but there are a lot of women who are, up into martial arts. From any given martial art, you say boxing, karate, there are women, but still people feel that it's more of a male dominant. But I would like to, change that perspective. Hence, I would like to request women to play more. And it is very comfortable if you have the right people surrounding you. And especially if you have coaches who are, pushing forward for you, I think it is a win-win there itself.
Okay. You said if you have the right coaches and everything right and your surroundings should be, but there's always this fear of injuries or kind of a setback. So were these kind of thoughts even coming into your mind, or how did you overcome these situations?
Not into my mind, to be honest, but my father always got scared because I'm the only daughter. And then he was like, no, what if you, break your face, break your leg, break your hand? What if you get stitches on your face? So he was always considerate about those things. But there are injuries. If there is no injuries in a game, you have not played the game properly. So I have gone through multiple fractures and, multiple falls and failures. But I think the more you, failure leads to success.
Yes.
I would put it that way. So if you don't fall, you don't learn. If you don't get hurt, you don't learn. So I would put it that way. I was never scared, to be honest.
Okay, but as you said, your father your father was more scared than your mother. Was there any kind of issues at home when your mother is to support you and your father is to say no to it?
No. My dad also supported me. Not that he didn't support me. He also supported me a lot. But he is like, you do. Don't call me for your match. You do. If you win, I'll be the happiest. But if anything happens, call me. Like if you fall or anything, then you call me. But on the other hand, Mama was like, you have to be strong. If you are going to be dependent on your parents, what are you going to do in the future?
Exactly.
So that was it.
Who comes for your matches, your mom or your dad?
None of them.
Never?
No.
For national games they get?
No. I told them not to come. Because I don't like to play in front of people I know, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like, what if I do bad? They'll say something to me. And Mama, though she, always wanted me to become strong and independent, she also gets irritated if someone hits me.
Oh.
So in the game, if she sees someone hitting me and all, she'll get triggered. And she'll be like, why the hell she hit you? So then that is the thing. So I prefer that none of them come for my matches.
So you're the only child?
Yes.
So were you pampered?
Nope.
You
No. That word doesn't exist in my dictionary.
Okay, fine. So as you said, at what age did you start in Taekwondo? If I may ask?
I would say when I was 7 or 8. 6 or 7, 8, yeah. 7 or 8.
7 or 8. And that journey has been fruitful
Yes,
till date.
consistent till then.
Okay, so now coming back to the national games, like total how many states or how many participants were there for this?
So it is basically an individual, individual qualification. So in each category, you will find different states participating.
Okay.
So in my category, there was Odisha, there was Tamil Nadu, there was Jammu Kashmir, there was Haryana, and I think so another Goa, and then there were 2 more, but
Okay.
I'm not sure which were they.
Okay.
So only 8 states qualify. So it's quarters, semis, and then finals.
Okay. So when you reached the semi-finals also, did you think or did you have in your mind, I will win the finals when you went to the finals?
To be honest, no, I did not have that in mind because my finals were against Jammu Kashmir. And this sport was actually requested by Jammu Kashmir Federation to be included in the 37th National Games. So I was, a very 50-50 position because I don't know how my friends and family, they had, they were like, no, you're going to win gold. I'm like, how do you all even believe this? But I was like, okay, let me try. So it was not in my mind. I was hoping for a silver, but not for a gold.
Okay, but when you won this gold, what was the reaction at home?
Mama started crying. Dad was, he was like, he didn't believe my mom. And my mom said, he's like, what rubbish, Kareena and gold at 37 national games. So my mom was like, okay, don't believe. She just cut the call and then she came over there. And she started crying and looking at her, I started crying. But then dad was really happy, you know, because my dad and my uncle, they both told me that when we were small, we used to watch national games on TV, on DD News. And today our family member, you know, is participating in national games. Like, it's a very proud moment for them also. So yeah.
And what was the this is just your mom, dad, and uncle, but the remaining, how was
Everyone in my family were really proud and happy. They all started calling and calling, but yeah, they were all very.
The party still continues?
I have to still give them a party, to be honest. Have not been given, like, have not got time because my college work is also left.
So, may I ask in which college? And
I
what
am
are you
currently doing my post-graduation first year in VM Sagankar College of Law.
studying?
So my seminars and, you know, exams are coming on 14th, my papers start. So I was busy with that schedule.
Okay. So, how do you manage when it comes to education, I mean, your studies and the sport as well, and also your family time?
It is like a seesaw. You have to balance. If you cannot, you know, put load on one side and, you know, give up on the other side. So if you have, as I said before, if you have supportive professors, supportive parents, supportive people around you, the positive energy you need is a positive energy. If you have a lot of positivity around you, it becomes an easy path for you to go in whichever direction you want. So my professors also, they always, you know, supported me. They always, you know, helped me. In, like, suppose if I had a match in the afternoon, they would take the ICs in the morning, or vice versa. So it was always it was never a difficult journey for me with regards to the education part of it. But yeah, it was a balance. You need to have a balance in life.
Okay. You said there has to be a balance in life, but when it comes, as I asked you earlier also, now you're doing a PG in law now, and law has to be a lot of studies, a lot of reading, lots of books. So how was it the concentration, like, part of it? Like, were you nervous when it comes to, because national games also, plus you're representing Goa and the training period. So how did you balance that situation?
I was not supposed to take part in national games earlier.
Okay.
But my mom forced me. She's like, you can do your exams later. This, you know, it's very rare that people get such opportunities. And I agree with her. Like, when you get such opportunities, you
Don't
must
miss it.
grab it.
Yeah.
I realized this late, but yeah, she told me, you know, you can answer this exams later if it's clashing. But then she also said, I think if it's happening in Goa, there are a lot of Goan students who are also going to take part in it. So the government should, you know, postpone or prepone the examination, and that's what happened eventually. And the training process, it was like a 1.5 month of rigorous training. I had to be at Naveli because our camp was based in
Yeah,
Naveli. So it was a little bit of, you know, a lot of,
That was hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work paid off, but.
yes, it did.
Okay. So, yeah, you spoke about that also. Is there any, now, when it comes to, how was the support when it comes to your college and the government?
Government really supported the sports because they organized it in Goa. That is, like, I really thank them because it is the biggest thing for our Goan athletes. Because, as I said, not very many people get this opportunity to, you know, participate in the national games. And as we were the hosts, most of the sports Goan athletes participated, actually all of them, to be honest. And many won laurels to the state. When it comes to my college, yes, they were supportive. They took ISAs, you know, in the afternoon during, like, my ISAs were in the break time, which I got from my practices during the lunch break. So I could come back, answer, and, you know, go back. So it was really nice.
Okay. So you spoke about your journey, you spoke about the support. Now let's speak about the athletes that you met there. What have you learned, or what are the things that you found interesting for you?
So yes, I did have a lot of interaction with different athletes from different states. So they were telling us about their, you know, training, and about, you know, if they win a medal, how their state supports them. How, like, there were many government officers also, like from the police department, who took part in the
Yes,
sport.
correct.
So they were talking about their promotions and how it gives, you know, a way to live a life. Also, they were speaking about their culture, and then I met this girl from Punjab. She told me, when you come to Punjab, do let me know. I was like, sure, I will. So they were talking about their cultural activities. It was nice. It was good to meet people from different cultures, I would say. So more than sport, it was like, unity of different cultures.
So you made friends as well then?
Yes, I did.
So as you said, you made some friends. What are the things that you told them about Goa?
So they were surprised that Goa is not about just partying. So I spoke to these two girls. One was from Haryana, and she was telling me about Goa. I was like, no, that's a different perspective of Goa. There are temples, there are churches. You must visit. The food. But the thing is that they don't like seafood.
Yeah.
Because they are more of freshwater fish.
Correct.
So she told me that I tried having fish, but it was
they feel a little
it
bit
was a
salt
bit salty. I was like, that's because it's saltwater fish. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, something that you would always keep in mind when it comes to national games, forever.
Something I would always keep in mind. I think it's the push that I have got from all my loved ones and the faith they had in me. They believed in me, and this will be one of the best memorable journey for me, to be honest, because it was difficult at the start, but then it ended at a very sweet note. So yeah, I think I will never forget this month of October. September to October, I will never forget this. This has been like the best year so far for me.
Touch wood, and hopefully the upcoming years will also be amazing for you. And now we'll just I always ask this: if not into this, was there any plan B?
So if not into sports,
yeah.
Actually, I don't know what would I do without sports, because I always wanted to join the service department, like police line, army line, IPS, yeah, that line. So that was my main focus, and I knew that if I had sports with me, it would be like a plus point for me. But as you said, if not sports, then I think it would be business or law.
Which you are pursuing.
Yes.
Okay. So it's very I would not say strange, but many of them, most of the sportsmen or the athletes are always, if they are into this sport, they always take the service line. You have taken the law, the side of law and sports. There's a very rare combo, so just describe me why.
I took law is because, as I said, I wanted to answer the UPSC. And that time I didn't have plans to take over business or anything like that. So, and my mom has done law. So she told me, give it a try, go for law. It is nice. It'll help you not only in your, legal perspectives, but also in day-to-day life. Like tomorrow, if someone tells you not to park here, you can question them. Do you have a magistrate order? No. So she always told me, choose the paths which will help you not only in a particular field, but also help you in an overall atmosphere. So, because of her, I chose law, and no doubt I loved it. I am happy I chose law. So, and sports, so I can never give up on sports. So, I tried my level best to do, both of it.
Okay. You really explained to me in detail, especially your journey. My last two questions I would say is that when it comes to national games, and irrespective, not national games, any kind of sport, they always fear, like, if I go into sport, there'll be injuries, which I said earlier. There are injuries, there's some kind of difficulties, backing, financial support, training, all this. There are lots of, I would say, everything has weaknesses, strengths and opportunities. But when, as an athlete, you also won gold for Goa, what will be your message to all those women and all those girls out there who will be watching this episode, and also the men and the young youth as well, who want to do a career in when it comes to sport, also take up one sport, not only just to represent Goa, but at least to keep themselves fit and active in their life. So what will be your message to those who are watching this episode, and also to take at least one sport?
I think sports or any particular sport is a very important part in an individual's life, because it does not only help you physically, it also helps you mentally. From my point of view, it has always helped me mentally. It will give you a clear balance. You will know how to do things. You will be more organized. because every sport has a particular rule, has particular way of playing that sport. So those on those lines, it will help you in your basic life how to live a life organized manner. And to the young youth, I would request every youth, okay, if not martial art, take up one sport, but in a sense you do not give up on your education also. You have to balance it equally, because your education is very important and your sports is also equally important to your education. I think so. If I was not educated, I would not be sitting over here and talking to you, because I would not know how to hold a conversation.
Exactly.
So it depends on you and your lifestyle on how you balance. Go to school, come, give a particular time schedule for your sports, and then come back to your education. It is like a a sort of a triangle which just goes round, sorry, a circle which goes
circle.
round and round and round. So yeah, and to the youngsters, do take up martial arts at a young age, because if you do not like martial arts, take up any team sport, it is same. But martial arts helps you in your day-to-day life, and in future we do not know how the days are going to be. So you can defend yourself in any situation, you can protect yourself, especially the girls. It is very important to learn any form of martial art. It can be taekwondo, boxing, Pencak Silat. And Pencak Silat, if you start at a very young age, it helps you a lot, because it is a mixture of different forms of martial arts together. So yeah, that's it. I would request the youngsters to take part in martial arts.
Okay, and the last question is that you have made several fans now, several supporters, several people who are eagerly waiting to meet you or click pictures with you. What do you have to say to that?
I don't know. Actually, I really because for the first time I feel this feel this feeling like a celebrity could say. But I would like to thank everyone actually who gave me the support. And I would also request them to continue keeping me in their prayers, because and always be a support system to not only me, to every Goan athlete who not only wins medals but also who participates, and due to their bad luck or whatever it is, they could not win a medal, but participating also is as equally important as winning something for your state. So it's not only state, even your small national games or your state level matches and all, it is important for every person to keep supporting the youth and the athletes. It helps a lot.
All right, thank you so much, Kareena, for your time also,
Thank
and it's
you.
a pleasure to have you in our studio as well. I think on that note, we come to an end of this episode. I will see you next week with another personality and another superhero, another person like Kareena, who has been making Goa proud when it comes to sports. This is Clinton D'Souza signing off. Keep watching Herald.